An incredible night. Spain handing their heaviest defeat to Germany since Austria beat them 6-0 in 1931. Niall, a most un-German performance.
It was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. It was, a great game of football for neutral because Spain was so good, and that old tick-attack way that they have came back tonight. The one-touch football was brilliant. They demoralised the Germans for long periods, held the ball, but it was just the way that they collapsed and didn't do anything about it, didn't switch and say, OK, we've got to change our mode here, get more aggressive. They just seemed to wilt. And the longer it went on, they were taken out of their misery by the final whistle because Spain didn't back off at all. Most incredible result and most incredible lack of ability from a German team I've ever seen in my life.
Brian, Des alluded to it there. Jogi Löw's position looks very shaky at the minute.
I think he'd pack it in. I'd say he will be embarrassed to go home with that team. As a manager, you always take responsibility, even if you feel the players have let you down. And I would think that he won't particularly want to travel back with them, but he will have to. But I wouldn't see him attempting to stay on or waiting to hear what the board of the German FA think. I'd say he'll just... he was already under pressure. We spoke about that before the match. Spanish team, they hadn't been doing particularly well. They hadn't scored more than one goal in the last 6 games. They hadn't won in the last 3 matches. They lost to the Ukraine in this group 3 matches ago. They were beaten 1-0 by Ukraine, but just battered tonight, Germany. They were very, very poor. It's hard to believe. Out of the front 6 players, 4 of them played for the devastating Bayern Munich team that we never stop praising for their energy, for their creativity, for their pace, their goal scoring. And the other 2 were Werner at Chelsea, Gundogan at Manchester City, teams who play in the front, dominate games, but they just never got around the pitch, showed no energy, and they gave up in the second half. They actually gave up, never made a tackle. And the defending got worse, took off Sule at half-time, but on and they were worse.
Just look at the possession there, Brian, 67-33. When do you ever see a German side not in control of the football?
I think that's less impressive than the total attempts, 22-2. That sounds like a schoolboy match with an overage team against a team 2 or 3 years younger than them. That's 10 attempts on target to 0 for Germany. They did hit the bar in the second half, but it was the most devastating attacking, passing, finishing exhibition from an international team playing against a team of such a reputation and standard of player that Germany has that I've seen for a long time. The last time we've seen that sort of stuff was from the great Spanish teams going back to their victories at 2 European Championships back in 08, World Cup in 2010 and 12 in Iniesta, Xavi days. But it was a different type of football tonight. It wasn't just tick-attack, we were talking earlier. It was more fast, progressive football, sharp passing, moving it forward quickly, not just out-passing a team and probing and waiting. Brilliant stuff.